Hi everyone, Friday Jones here, tattoo artist, painter, and long-time explorer of both the divine and the dermal. So I just read this New York Post article about a fellow tattooer who they are calling the tattoo minister of Times Square. Tommy Houlihan, shout out to you. I saw the piece. And I had actually dropped a little love on Clayton Patterson's Instagram interview of you. I think he spammed us something like 5 times with 5 different posts, and he misspelled your name every single time. So I just spammed him back, and you gave me a little shout. So at the time, I had just interviewed Loretta Swit from MASH. So I was vibing on all that Major Houlihan energy. So it was great to connect with you, and so ironic that I'm making this post today. Okay, everyone, so Tommy's got a mission. No pelvic tattoos, no pelvic butterflies on girls, no Betty Boop with horns, no Harry Potter tattoos, because in his words, that's inviting demons. He's passing out miraculous medals to tourists and turning his shop into a kind of sacred space, which, look, I love a good shrine. You should see my apartment. But here's where I tilt my head. I, too, work with iconography. I've tattooed everything from saints to sacred symbols to nipples, post-mastectomy. I've also painted the divine feminine for decades. And I gotta say, if you're out there banning tattoos, actually, if you're out there banning pictures of the Virgin Mary with her breasts exposed, you're canceling out centuries of Roman Catholic art. If you're banning tattoos on girls because they're too sexual, maybe ask yourself why the feminine body still threatens you. Every single example he gives in this New York Post article of demonic tattoos are all associated with women. They're all women clients, and he's judging every single one. So let's break it down with the Roman Catholics. Roman Catholicism came from the fall of the Holy Roman Empire. The Roman Empire became the Holy Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was a seat of buggery, of hot man-on-man love, of male power. And Roman Catholics have not been a bastion of female protection, of protecting women. Inquisition? The Magdalene laundries, anyone? Centuries and centuries of suppressed mystics, midwives, saints, and healers. Many of them labeled demonic simply for owning their bodies, their sexuality, or their intuition. Sound familiar? Sometimes what we call sinful is just a woman existing outside of your comfort zone. Now, I don't doubt Tommy's sincerity. When someone has a come to Jesus moment, they want a clean house. I've done it myself, early 90s, and I respect spiritual awakenings. I have a degree in religion and philosophy. I study mysticism regularly. But if you're building your faith on denying others' autonomy, especially women, you might be projecting a little bit of your own unfinished business. Maybe it's a mother wound. Maybe it's internalized fear. Or maybe, as Carl Jung would say, it's your shadow acting up in public. I've been there. We've all been there. So here's my prayer for all of us ink-slinging mystics and moral crusaders. May we learn the difference between protection and projection. May we honor each body as a temple, even if it's got a cute little sexy devil on the hip bone. And may we stop pretending that women's tattoos are the problem, when really, it's how you see them. So, in honor of Tommy Houlihan's Catholic Tattoo Ministry and his ongoing success, I will do the first installment of Total Tarot News in honor of Tommy Houlihan. Tommy, this reading's for you. Today we're using, appropriately enough, the erotic tattoo deck. Here's an example of the Ace of Swords. New business. All right, Tommy. So we're going to do a 3 card spread. And I'm just going to meditate on you a little bit. It's quite easy tapping into spirit as well, you know. Okay, the first card I'm drawing is Tommy's relationship to temptation. And we have a reversed card, which means definitely negative. So he's doing his best to push it away. It's interesting, he got the King of Cups, and this one is the King of Chalices, which represents a man. If it's upright, it's a man who's wholly integrated with his emotional life. In Tommy's case, his relationship to temptation is to reject emotions, to reject the tender feelings. This is a king in command of his affections and his emotions. If it's reversed, we're really trying to bury our feelings and our tender bits. So the second card that we're going to read of this 3-card spread is, what is Tommy projecting onto others? And here we're doing 10 of Swords, which would be ruin. So if we're doing a tarot reading called Not Today, Satan, yeah, it's a seeing others as the problem, and it's going to hurt business, and we got to watch that when we project onto others, seeing others as the source of the temptation when it's actually inside of us. All right, and the third and final card on Tommy's Not Today, Satan tarot reading would be, what is his true spiritual protection, and what does he need to integrate to find true spiritual protection? And on that one, it has a reverse, and it's a 6 of Wands. So in this case, what he needs to find for true spiritual protection is to not judge, lest you be judged. That is the ultimate path. And once he opens his heart, gets in touch with his feelings, opens his mind to the divine feminine, which is in all of us. We both have this anime and animus. Once they're integrated, Tommy will have a very flourishing life, full of love and plenty of cash. Hope this helps, Tommy. So my final thoughts on this very interesting topic. I'm going to have to quote my boss, Eric Inksmith, who runs 27 guys in 5 tattoo shops in Jacksonville, Florida, a great master, is that tattooing is a service. We are tattooers. Tattoo artist is a hopeful term, much like porn star. But in the end, we are commercial servants of the public. And in a tattoo shop where people are spending money, folks aren't going to get hate tattoos. They're not going to spend money on these weird gang tattoos. They're going to spend money on something that elevates them, a little body art, just like they would buy makeup or, get your hair cut. And we have to remember that. Take our egos out and serve the public first. All right? Thanks so much. See you next time.